have to confess tonight, when I got ready, my husband goes, "You can't wear that necklace. You look like you just came out of a Christmas package." Every one of the ladies that I ran into tonight said, "Oh my God, where did you get that necklace? I love that necklace." So I had to throw that at my husband. So I think God had a sense of humor when he sent a common sense conservative business owning job creator to the Sacramento State Assembly in the minority position. Then he sent me back in the super minority position. So I think his sense of humor is either testing me or giving me something that he thinks I can persevere and go through. I'm going to go over a few things that are happening and that are already on the docket. Oil severance tax or extraction tax, taxes that assault Proposition 13. Felons being released into our community. The governor calls it the governor's realignment proposal. I call it felon release. I'm just the type of person that calls it like I see it. Crime is going up. The prison rights people are knocking at the doors of our Kern County jails because they want to advocate for prisoner rights with our local jails accepting this. Our streets are being filled and let out prisoners are being let out, and our streets are being filled with crime, and crime is going up, and they're trying to take our guns. We got some serious issues that are in front of us, but I can tell you one thing. It makes me so proud to stand here in this room and know that I represent the great Kern County. If we could replicate Kern County across this state, we could turn this state from blue and union run to red and free market. If we could replicate Kern County, we could do what Wisconsin did when they had a governor that was under siege and they held their ground. If we could replicate Kern County, we could be one of the 30 governor states that we have in our nation out of 50. And that's possible. Right here in this room, we have the most powerful congressman in the state of California that represents this district. He's the third highest ranking individual in the state of in the nation, and the highest ranking in California. You have a senator that represents you that understands water and understands how to get things moved through that building. And then you have an assembly member that will blow things up and clear the way for that to happen. So I just want to tell you that even though I think the next 2 years are going to be tough, I think that when the Democrats overreach, the best thing that we can do is we can be ready for a response. Because for the last 6 months, or the last few months that we've been up there, and then the 2 years prior to that, all they've talked about is what they believe the American dream is. They believe it's handouts, giveaways, freebies, come here, we'll take care of you. That's not what the American dream is, and that's not what our founding fathers put in paper so long ago. They talked about freedom and principles that mattered, and we Republicans get back to those freedoms and those principles, and we stand by them, and we don't abandon our base. And then we go out and we educate people why those principles are important and what has made this country great today, and we replicate what we have in Kern County, and that makes California a better state. When I stand up in Sacramento, they always go, tell me something about Kern County. I said, you know what Texas is to the nation, Kern County is to this state. We are God-fearing, job-providing, private sector entrepreneurs that care about our kids, our values, and our guns. And you know, I could never, ever do this job. As a matter of fact, sometimes I call Kevin and I go, what did you get me into? But I could never do this job if it wasn't for you, and it wasn't for one of the greatest senators I think that has ever served with me, or served and represented this district. So I'm going to quit talking, and I'm going to bring up my dear friend, my mentor, someone who always pulls me back to the edge and talks me into reality sometimes. and my friend Jean Fuller, and she's going to give you an update, I think, on oil, fracking, and some things that are going on the Senate side. God bless you, and thank you for letting me represent you.